Hey, social media family. Hey, overcomers. It's okay to quit. It's okay to quit the things that are not of God. It's okay to quit the things that God is not leading us or guiding us to do. It's okay to quit the things that God says let go of. What happens is sometimes we get caught up in people pleasing. We don't want to get caught up in people pleasing, worrying about what other people will think. We want to be God pleasers, not people pleasers. God pleasers, not people pleasers, okay? For example, internal voices alarm us with fears of quitting. What will people think? I'm being selfish and not Christ-like. I will mess everything up. People will get hurt. Everything will fall apart around me. I will jeopardize my marriage. There are some things that we need to quit so we won't jeopardize the marriage or whatever the case may be. And sometimes God is trying to shift us. God is trying to move us, right? And we refuse to move because maybe we're afraid of change. We're afraid of letting go. We're comfortable with the familiar. But there's some things that we really do need to quit. We need to quit so we can get out of our own way. Quit procrastination. Quit self-sabotage. There's some things we really do need to quit. I like what it says right here. Sometimes we have those eternal voices, those fears. Or like I said, sometimes God is trying to shift us in another season, bless us, and we all up in the way, worrying about what somebody else is going to think if we leave that job. I remember someone asked, I left a job some years ago, and somebody asked me about 20 years later, why did I leave that job? Mindsets, different types of mindsets. So we can't be people pleasers. We must be God pleasers. We must be God pleasers. Yes, sometimes we make decisions. We know it's a God decision, and we already know some people are going to be angry. Some people are going to be disappointed. Some people are going to be upset. But what did God say? Some people might say you're being selfish, but what did God say? What will people think? Isn't that huge? What will people think if I leave, or if I decide to make this change or start this business or make this big decision, sell this house and leave the country? That's what I did in when did I do that? 2004. I had to stop and think. I already knew. I mean, of course I went through the motions. What would people think? What would my family think? But I knew God was telling me to go. I knew God was telling me to go. And I reminded myself, Jesus died for me on the cross, not my family, not the people at the job, right? Not, if I had a best friend, I would have to remind myself, not the best friend, right? Not my pastor, right? My previous pastor, right? So it's important. I remember telling my family, because I still was kind of like, it was a hard decision to make. So I started telling my family, I'm going to move in about 2 years. And I heard the Holy Spirit say, you know how many people you can help in 2 years? And when I heard that loud and clear, guess what I did? I started packing. And I never regret making that decision. I moved outside of the U.S. for 6 years, and I never regretted making that decision. And yes, there was some anxiety, but you know what? As I stepped out in faith, God started giving me more and more confirmation that He told me to go. I love that. Anyway, so God will give you confirmation as you step out in faith. I'm Ramona Phillips, the Healthy Mind Strategist. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm sleepy. I wasn't even planning on doing a video. I was doing some other things, and I just decided, let me do this quick video. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.